Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your weekly reading. What do you guys think? I'm still deciding to kind of move around a little bit and work it out. There's still some things I have to add into the setup, but what do you think? What do you think? I personally quite like it. But anyway, let's dive into reading. I've been a bit ill the last few days. My voice is going to sound a little bit weird, but let's just dive into your reading, okay? Oh, yeah. Let's see what's going on for you guys, okay? For my lovely Geminis, please spirit. Let's get a few messages out. What do I need to hear this week? Ooh, the way that they came out. This is interesting. You have the orphaned card and you have the chopwood card. So there's a few, they came out together. So I'm going to read them as if they're intertwined. But first of all, let's separate them a little bit. The orphan card comes in when we're feeling lonely, abandoned. You could have an abandonment wound, feeling not good enough. It's kind of giving a low self-esteem, low self-worth, and a lot of trauma, to be honest with you, with the orphan card, just feeling really down. Even the place that's around her looks abandoned. So there is that kind of wound coming through. You could just be feeling really, really down on yourself this week, or lately in general. The chopwood card is a card that comes in where spirit is saying, do not give up, okay? Keep pushing, keep tending to the mundane things, the routines, the work you have to do, whatever it is, because doors are starting to open. So with them being together here, spirit is saying, don't give up on yourself, and don't give up on something that you feel, maybe you started something, a project or a routine, a habit, whatever, and you're just not really seeing the results paying off, and that's making you feel like crap, basically, or maybe you're feeling a bit down, like it's never going to work out. Spirit's saying keep going, even if you feel this way. Don't take it as truth that you are going to be abandoned forever, or that you're going to be lonely forever. Don't listen to the voices or the doubts that come in when you're feeling this way. Keep pushing, keep showing up for yourself, because they're saying the door is opening. All right, it's absolutely opening. So let's carry on. Let's see what else is coming through for you guys here. They have the yin and yang, which is interesting. It's kind of that divine balance. It's a time to chase and there's a time to attract. I'll get some more cards because I wonder what that yin and yang reference is about. Okay, let's see. Right, for Gemini, please. Isolation, discovery, and vanity. That's interesting. Okay, we're going to do these separately and hope that these all intertwine together, okay? So isolation comes through. It kind of doesn't surprise me because of that orphan card is here. You could be really feeling like you want to be alone. All right, maybe because you feel I feel like your feelings of wanting to be alone is coming from the fact that you feel alone even when you're around others. Maybe your needs aren't being met. Maybe you feel judged, so it's almost like even being around others, I think you do want to be around others, to be honest, but the crowd that you're around really is not giving anything to you. All right, that's what it feels like. So you're feeling like you'd be better off alone than to be around anyone. So that's interesting. Now with isolation came discovery, and I think that it is referring to a time in isolation, kind of like the hermit, reflecting, analyzing, not feeling down on yourself, but actually maybe diving deep into your feelings and emotions. There might be some self-discovery coming through for you guys this week. Okay, maybe you're discovering an emotion that's been ruling you without even realizing it's been taking so much of your life. Maybe you're discovering something in general that is making you feel a certain way, okay? And this could actually, it feels like this might be the thing that helps you to move forward. So I like that. Spirit's with you. They know your heart here. That full moon is there as well. Could be significant. And full moons represent release, by the way. Release and awareness. And then you have vanity. So this could be you, could be somebody around you. Okay, but vanity comes in as a message saying make sure that you are celebrating what you have already done for yourself so far. Sometimes we kind of are only goal focused And in that case, vanity would kind of represent that, because what happens is once we reach the goal, we're like, okay, it's not enough. I need another thing, and I need another thing, because that happiness doesn't last forever when you reach a goal, which is why everyone says you got to love the journey. You got to love the yin and the yang, because that's what life is about. Life is about balance of both things. It's about kind of hardships as well as success. And without the hardships, the success wouldn't even feel very good anyway, you know, like if you didn't have to struggle for it. So, and you don't have to struggle for everything either. That's the yin and yang, the complexities of life. But with vanity, they're just saying, make sure that you that you feel gratitude for what you have done for yourself so far. These people are celebrating their wins, but they're also like, in the next thing I want, and the next thing I want. And mostly their goals are around, the goals are only there because it's going to make them look good. You know, I want a yacht boat because it makes me look rich, you know, and it makes me, you know, look like I'm living the best life. Some of you, your sadness could also be because of a persona that maybe you guys have been carrying as well. Like, just take it how it resonates. It's not going to be for everybody, clearly, but there's a message here for somebody. And maybe you're focusing on things that make other people happy for you, but not really happy for yourself, you know, or again, it's short-lived. And also, some of you may have struggled with people who kind of, maybe in terms of love, like want you because you're successful, not because of who you are. Maybe that's something you've dealt with in the orphaned energy and vanity. Whatever it is, this vanity is clearly not making you happy. That's all I'm saying. And of course, it's referring to the goals that you have, or this attitude. It's a bit of ego, but it's okay. We all have that. I'm really not judging you at all, okay? I'm just diving deep into the message for somebody who needs to hear it. It's not going to be for everyone, all right? Maybe you're just dealing with a vain person, and if that's the case, keep working on yourself, all right? Don't focus on people outside of yourself at this time. Now, isolation does come in with a message saying, like, accept the invite. If you're going out, you know, if you're being invited to places, it could be a good idea to show up, all right, instead of being isolated in this orphaned energy. I think you could find some sort of discovery in both. That's the yin and yang. Whenever the yin and yang comes up in a reading, it just tells me, all right, this is going to be complex, because basically both things can be true at the same time. It's kind of a complex, right? Anyway, let's carry on. Let's get you some more. Let's get you a keyword for the week. We'll dive into this into your tarot. I'm sure it will come up. But these are just your main themes here. And you have doubt. Saying another one. And empathy. Doubt and empathy. So empathy says, I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. Yin and yang. Right? And doubt, I release the need to know all the answers. You could be definitely feeling quite hung up on something here. You do have discovery though, which means that you probably are going to get the answers here, but once you release them, it's probably when it's going to happen. Electric eel, bring your ideas to life. One more. And dare spring it, bring a gentle touch. You're being called to be kind to yourself this week and to others. Okay, bringing this motherly touch to yourself, like kind of speak to yourself as if, you know, you are your own mother. What would you say if your child was going through these feelings that you have? You know, what would you say to them? Because most of the time, you know, like, we don't take our own advice. So when we look at it from an outside point of view, that could be quite important. And then you bring ideas to life, which I think it's about actually opening these doors. It does feel like career success, or it feels like anything that you're working on, like a project, or again, your habits, routine, self-development. That's a project within itself. Whatever you're having to work for, you are going to be able to bring these ideas to life. Bring a gentle touch. Okay, let's dive into your tarot. Let's see what this week is about, please, Spirit. All right, let's get overall energy for the week. 3 cards for Gemini. Geminis. 8 of Cups, 4 of Cups, 2 of Swords, This is a card about leaving things behind so you can focus on your own wish fulfillment, all right, on your own happiness, walking away from things that just don't serve you anymore, all right, things that just don't serve you emotionally. Then you have the Four of Cups here. Kind of interesting because I feel like you've left something behind, you've walked away from it, you haven't fully moved on. Two of Swords. This is you needing to make a decision this week. Because I'm kind of seeing them like a little bit like a visual story. It's like you walked away from it, but you kind of stopped halfway. Four of Cups. How can I describe this? The Four of Cups is a card that speaks of feeling jaded or bored, you know, feeling like things are not really enough and rejecting things, not being very open to it, and also not feeling very happy that, you know, things aren't coming away, but you're also rejecting things that do. Like it's an energy that does need changing. No one's really happy here. The Four of Cups. Sorry, I got something in my eye. Two of Swords is kind of like you do need to make a decision based on your gut feelings, based on your intuition here. And it does feel like kind of changing things up and leaving this and fully cutting it out. Okay. So maybe you're still thinking about something, still, you know, daydreaming about it. This is a Pisces card, so it can be a little bit like still going back there mentally. The Two of Swords is saying you walked away from it. You know it's not fulfilling for you. It's time to fully detach. Okay. Because that might be beneficial for your healing. Star card is here. Okay. For this discovery, maybe even as well. Right, let's see. What's your energy this week for Gemini? Queen of Swords, all right, setting some boundaries is necessary. All right, you're in a very no BS. You're feeling quite stone cold. I mean, you are an air sign, so you're showing up as yourself, to be honest, right? Two more for Gemini's energy. Two of Cups, that's interesting. With this being in your energy, I do think you're focusing on love in whatever way. I'm going to clarify these. Maybe you are focusing on some reconciliation. Maybe you're wanting a conversation with that Queen of Swords being here as well. Let's see what this is about. One more for Gemini's energy this week. The Lovers. Well, here we go. This is also about choices, and ironically, it's right underneath the Two of Swords, which is also about making a choice. You're very much focused on your connections around you, but because the Queen of Swords is here, you're feeling very guarded, and maybe you are setting boundaries this week. Maybe you are having to, you know, put your foot down and say no in certain situations. The Queen of Swords is very protective of her heart because she's been hurt before. Interesting. I'm going to pull some more for what the week is going to be like for you. Some extra messages for the week. Then I am going to dive into this because I think it's necessary before I speak on it, right? Let's see, please, Spirit, for Gemini. 3 extra messages for the week, please. Okay, the Sun is here. All right, King of Swords being here right under the Queen. That's interesting. This can be a partnership that's important this week, in which case you're both on the same page. But let's see what this is about. You have the King of Cups and the Sun. Some of you may reconcile with somebody. If there's been challenges in a relationship, a conversation will do wonders. Like a very open, honest, you know, it's not, I think because we have the Two of Cups here, there is care between the both of you. There's love here. For those who resonate with love, I will move away from this, so don't worry. But for those who resonate with love, it kind of feels like there will be a happy ending because the Sun is here and Knight of Cups is here as well, which represents kind of that openness, that vulnerability. It definitely is necessary, and Spirit is asking for you to see both sides of this. It depends on who you're dealing with, though. I will emphasize that this is not somebody where there is a lot of like toxicity, like, you know, somebody who you shouldn't be with. It's not about that. This is just somebody where things really are kind of like not fulfilling emotionally. The King of Swords and the Queen of Swords feels like you both really need to put your, not feelings aside, but these are very much in a logical position. You know, they're communicating their feelings. They're not necessarily feeling them. Does that make sense to you? I don't know. That's just for somebody out there. A very open, honest conversation needs to happen between you and someone if you want to really reconcile. Like, I think it's going to bring you closer emotionally if you're really open and honest with each other, like fully, and maybe making that little promise in the beginning, like, okay, like we're not going to overreact. We're not going to pull apart what somebody's saying. I'm going to let you speak, and I'm going to speak to your side and my side, because it does feel like there is love here. And maybe your feelings are super intense to both of you, and you're both dealing with something here together. I don't know. That's just something I'm picking up. Because then King of Swords goes with the Knight of Cups and the Sun card. So an emotional, romantic offer, a date or whatever. That's just for some. I mean, if you're single, you definitely could be feeling a bit guarded, but maybe have met somebody and you're making a choice on whether you really want to pursue this or not based on these feelings that you've had in the past, and maybe not fully letting go of the hurt or the pain or the, you know, memories of a past situation for those of you who are single. In which case, this person, again, may also have been hurt in the past too, but they're very open and vulnerable here with the Knight of Cups wearing the heart in their sleeve, and they want happiness. You know, they're not going to mess you around because they also want to be happy too. Okay, that's for somebody out there. Now, away from love, because I know a lot of you might not really want to hear it. This can just be about partnerships. Similar kind of vibe too. Maybe you're thinking about working with somebody or having a new kind of job here and you're feeling a bit guarded because you've dealt with difficulty before. Let's clarify them like we said. All right, 8 of Cups. Why is this coming up for Gemini? The World. So yeah, you were dedicated on leaving something behind so you can have a new beginning, a new cycle. You're really focusing on the future and what you were able to achieve and growing and expanding. So what happened? 4 of Cups. The Ace of Cups. Interesting. That's about love. Like I said, it feels like you got stuck halfway through, but some of you, it could have been because of some sort of love that you have for somebody. Okay. Now, the 4 of Cups is also about rejection, and the Ace of Cups is here. So for some of you, the Ace of Cups is like a new emotional beginning. May have been something that the Spirit's wanting you to be open to in general. New love, or just new love for yourself, finding peace with the situation could be important, okay? The 4 of Cups is kind of a stubborn energy. So they're wanting you to be empathic this week, to see things from both sides of the story, but also of your own feelings too, to give love to yourself. 2 of Swords. The 10 of Wands, really finally putting something to an end. It feels like this is what your choice is, to finish up a journey, to complete it, the chapter, to let it go. No longer have to carry this with you anymore. Okay? Right, the Queen of Swords. King of Pentacles. All right, some of you could be protecting your finances or protecting your, could be to do with your career, for example. Queen of Swords and the King of Pentacles. To clarify, again, you could be trying to protect your stability. 2 of Cups. 9 of Wands. So again, wounded warrior, feeling a bit guarded. 3 of Swords. You're protecting your heart. Again, 3 of Swords is here instead of the 4, which means that there is still something that's hurting you. And again, I do feel like you're a bit open to it, because usually the Queen of Swords has her sword up, so she's prepared, but she also has a hand out usually. In this deck, she's not. But what it means is that she gives people a chance to speak. All right, she's open to them speaking, but she's not afraid to kind of like cut the crap with her own sword if she senses it's there. So for some of you, you might be open to a conversation this week with somebody new, maybe even as well. But again, you are guarded. You're protecting your stability, protecting what you've worked hard on for yourself. But again, there is still some loving energy to give to yourself at the moment, okay? Because as I said, the 4 of Cups, this top section that we mentioned, that it feels like you stopped halfway. Again, I feel like you didn't fully transform away from the situation, because there is still wounds of like abandonment, whether this is like to do with the past, like your parents or an old love or whatever. There was a plan to transform. Like, I'm never gonna, I'm going to be somebody different. 4 of Cups, Ace of Cups was still on your mind. And you weren't really accepting self-love either. You know, maybe you were denying things. You're like, I'm not, because of the orphaned energy, like, I'm not going to accept this because somebody might abandon me. You know, it's a fear. Or maybe you feel, again, not good enough. Whatever it is, Spirit's again asking you to let that go. All right, the Lovers. What is this choice? Empress. This is about your self-worth. Look at the 4 of Swords being here. The 6 of Cups really is a call to heal from the past. This is being in the Empress energy. She knows her worth. She knows her value. She will never let somebody dictate that to her. She dictates that. That's her call, not anyone else's. She knows her worth. She knows what she is deserving of in her life, and therefore she attracts it. She doesn't need to chase anything. In terms of love, this is something that maybe you guys need to do. Maybe you felt like you've chased in your life. Okay? Never felt deserving of love because you always had to work super hard for it, or no one really gave it to you unless you were a certain way. Financially, whatever. The Empress is like, I'm not going to chase anything. I am deserving of it, therefore it shall come to me. It's also about abundance and love and care. You have a lot to give. So it's about making sure that it goes to the right people, of course. Right. She's also a pregnant card, which represents bringing something to life as well. So some of you could definitely have some projects they're asking you to make some decisions on. I did not even see that these came out together. This could potentially be what the yin and yang is about. I know not a lot of you don't want to speak much about love. The way that it resonates can be in different situations, but it's the same message about there being a divine balance. This is the yin and yang energy. And this is probably why some of you will have to make a choice. If this is just to do with you and your life, a choice when to be in this attractive energy and when to also be in the Emperor energy about planning, preparation, discipline, control. She's also a very strong card. She's the mother. She is she's super powerful. Sorry, I'm just staring at the imagery. But it's about what choice you're going to make moving forward here. By balancing this, but where do you need this? Orphaned energy and chopped wood. Maybe both of these you need to make some changes in both of these areas of your life, like where you're putting your time and energy, what you're trying to control, what you're the emperor of, right? What you're building in your life, and also what you're attracting in. But in terms of love, you're attracting in the yin to your yang, right? Let's carry on. It's coming from the healed place though, right? King of Swords. Came up over discovery. The 9 of Cups. That is wish fulfillment here. Somebody could be a wish fulfillment, but again, it could be maybe some sort of project again that you're working on or communicating here. Knight of Cups. 7 of Swords. I'm going to clarify that. 3 of Pentacles. And a 6 of Cups. Somebody from the past will come back, an old friend, whatever, somebody who you have history with. They're not very sincere. They're coming through as wearing their heart on their sleeve to build something, to rebuild something from the past. This could be an old business project, an old job, whatever it is, it's not to be trusted, okay? The 7 of Swords is here, which is, at first sight, they look like the Knight of Cups, but really they have second intentions. Okay, the past is coming to try to rebuild something. I'm putting that back in the deck. And then you have the Sun, so let's see what the Sun is about. 8 of Wands, things moving in a very positive direction. The Ace of Swords is here as well. The Chariot is here, which is really kind of signifying that there's a lot of forward movement coming up for you this week. It does feel like a good week, but again, yin and yang is here. There's a little bit of upheaval of emotions and of confusion, maybe even as well, and doubt. And there is discovery, which is great, but also with that discovery of realizing parts of yourself that might need to change. Like, it's a big week, I'll be honest with you. But the great thing about it is, as we're ending it off, the 8 of Wands and the Sun is just a reminder that everything is going to work out. All right, things are moving forward for you very rapidly, but it's moving towards the Sun. happiness, joy, freedom, vulnerability, growth, amazing things. Okay, so that's really incredible. But my goodness, was this kind of an intense reading. So it might be an intense week. Please let me know how it resonates with you. Come back, watch it again after the week is done, and let me know like what comes up this week for you guys. So I would love to hear how it might resonate with you. Again, let me know what you think about the background. I'm still going to adjust it as I've been saying, but let me know. All right, I kind of quite like it, especially because you can see the cards, which some people complain about. But anyway, I love you guys, wish you all the best, and I hope to see you guys next time. All right.